for Oklahoma City. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Isaiah Joe is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Flag is out there with Max Christie. And it's Marshall in at the 3. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Now here's Washington. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Out to the right wing. Here's Flag. 6 to shoot. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Wallace outside. Dort outside. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Pass to Flag. About a minute into this first quarter. The 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back over to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. So it's Oklahoma City now, after the basket by Dallas. Dort up top. Pass to Wallace. Back to Dort. Now here's Joe. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Gafford. 9 points for him in his last game. And here's Flag outside. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder leading by 5. Grant, looking at Cooper Flag. His versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Here's Flag. The Thunder making their last shot. Marshall outside. Here's Flag. Watched by Wallace. Shot on the wing. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
To the middle. Now here's Joe, defended by Christie. Back to Dort. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. The Thunder, 3rd.
Well, you love the attack mindset on the glass. They've imposed their will physically.
Mavericks trail by 5. Outside Christie. Here's Flag. 6 points for him. The 3 ball. Gafford passes to Washington. To the left side wing. That 3's off the mark. Thunder leading by 5. It's tipped.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Washington. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, there's a level of physicality to the way P.J. Washington plays. You get him on the interior, and look out, folks.
Wallace outside. Screen by Holmgren. Inside. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Pass to Flag. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Last time they met was in Oklahoma City.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Mavericks trail by 8. Marshall outside. Pass to Flag. 4-3. Sends it home from three-point land. Flag's got 9 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Holmgren outside. Hartenstein with a screen on Washington. The 3 from Holmgren. Wallace outside from behind the arc. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Well, this is what Isaiah Hartenstein does, right? He just keeps working on the glass. Both ends, nicely done.
Washington left side. Shoots over Holmgren. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Washington's gotten his second bucket of the game. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Pass to Holmgren. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. When it comes to the scoring ability of Chet Holmgren, there's a lot to talk about, Doris.
Oh, come on, B.A. This guy is 7'1" and a sweet shooter from long range. He can put it on the deck and get to the mid-range. He can finish at the rim. Oh, my goodness, look out.
He misses the free throw. A significant amount of games behind us now. Rookies are definitely starting to feel it, Doris.
I mean, at this point, it's been almost twice the amount of games they played during a college season. Very hard to prepare rookies for that first run through an NBA schedule.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments.
Wallace misses.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Pass to Flag. Here's the pick. Now Washington. The shot from the low post is good. And now just a 3-point Oklahoma City lead. Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. Now Dort, looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. And out of bounds, Dallas will have it. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Thunder, they have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And checking out the Mavericks, currently a ways below. Mavericks trail by 3. Marshall right side. Pass to Flag. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hardenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Holmgren. Wallace outside. Shot clock at 6. Off target with the 3.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Pass to Flag. Back to Christie. Washington a screen. And stolen by Holmgren. Now here's Joe. The D's right on him. Wallace outside. And here's Holmgren to win the cold spell. No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Marshall outside. Washington right side. Here's Flag. 9 points in the game. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Washington with the basket on the assist by Flag. Washington's got 9.
Well, P.J. Washington, very dangerous as a spot-up shooter in three-point territory, especially if he's in the corner.
So Mark Degno will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flag to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he maybe looked really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
So for Dallas, Middleton comes in for Washington, and it's Nembhard in for Marshall. Then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins comes in for Dort, and Jared McCain subbed in for Wallace. Pass to Holmgren, back to McCain. Stop the drought, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 3. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are 2 things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Brian, back to you.
A unique talent. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
Outside McCain.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Hartenstein with a screen on Nembhard. Christie against McCain. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Joe. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
You've got to let it fly on the catch, Isaiah Joe. Yes, sir.
Pass to Flag. Now here's Middleton. Gafford with a screen on Holmgren. From the top of the key, Hartenstein pulls it in.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Stolen by Middleton. And now the Mavs on the run. And the dunk by Gafford.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Thunder leading by 3. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Wiggins. Holmgren outside. There's the 3. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Nembhard against McCain. Here's Flag. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Flag's got 11.
Boy, this guy's been a monster this quarter. His team has needed it.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Holmgren. And here's McCain. There's the triple. Christie with a rebound. Now here's Middleton. Here's Nembhard. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. More 2K action in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Alex Caruso. Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Oh, that's a nice reply by Klay Thompson, a great shooter and a great competitor.
Pass to McCain. Outside, Williams. Back to McCain. Outside, Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Middleton. Williams grabs the board.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Pass to Caruso. And here's McCain. Williams finds McCain. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Caruso outside. That shot off the mark. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Now here's McCain. 5 points in the game. Over Williams. McCain's shot is off. The Mavericks have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And the Thunder were already a tough defensive unit, Doris. Went out and got more stoppers last season in Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
It is a prerequisite for Mark Daigneault that you be able to guard your backside off on the defensive end. They lean into their strengths. They were the best of the West in 2024, and then you go out and get better. That front office is first level good. So good.
Here's Nembhard following the 3 by Oklahoma City. Here's Middleton. Count the basket. Middleton's got 10.
With how well he shoots it, you can forget Middleton is 6'7". That size and high release point helps him close in.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Mavericks with some changes. Washington's checked in for Bagley. Marshall comes in for Thompson. And Flag subbed in for Williams. Then for Oklahoma City, Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for McCain, and it's Wallace in for Caruso. Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Dort outside. They set the screen. Holmgren outside. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Dallas. To the paint. And that one's good. Middleton. And it's now only a 1-point Oklahoma City lead.
You know, and with a rare combination of length and shooting, Chris Middleton is a bucket.
It's stolen by Washington. Pass to Middleton. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. He's got 14.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Holmgren outside. Now here's Dort. Here's Wallace. Nails it from 3.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. There's a screen by Marshall. The 3 from Washington. That shot off. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. Washington against Holmgren. Pass to Williams. Dort outside. On the wing, Wallace. He's guarded by Nembhard. Wallace misses.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
Nembhard, the pass to Washington. Washington a screen. Marshall outside. And it's all from 3-point range. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Holmgren deciding where to go with it. Wallace outside. Offline with a 3. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far.
Yeah, with his 6'7" height and consistent shot, Chris Middleton is so tough. I mean, we're seeing another big night from him.
Now here's Wallace. 23 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. And while we have a second, let's take a look at the top scoring rookies in the NBA right now. Cooper Flagg, number 1.
Every year we see people enter the league and put up points, but he's been in a league of his own.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Gafford's checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Pass to Dort. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Wallace outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Here's Nembhard. Now Washington. 3-pointer. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here. Really giving his team a lift.
Pass to Holmgren. Chad Holmgren standing tall.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Washington, a screen on Wiggins. Marshall. No good from outside. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Dort, the pass to Wallace. Over to the left wing. The 3 from Holmgren. Bullseye! Chet hitting for 3.
That first quarter, he's dropped 2 threes. Now he has another to his credit.
For Dallas, they've gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Pass to Flagg. Gafford with a screen on Dort. And here's Flagg outside. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Wallace outside. Back to Dort. And they're running. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, in his size and hops, Daniel Gafford is always a threat near the rim.
Here's Dort driving inside. Yep, that one goes. Dort's got his second bucket on the night. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Flagg. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Hartenstein. It's Wiggins on the wing, guarded by Marshall. To the inside, deflects the pass. Yep, count it. Holmgren's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, you can feel Chet Holmgren getting that rhythm, folks. Very tough to slow down now because of size and skill.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Get out of your seat.
Christie's checked in for Nembhard. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Joe's checked in. Dallas has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Gafford finds Christie. Washington a screen. Now here's Christie, covered by Joe. Clock at 6. Here's Flagg. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Holmgren outside. Back to Wallace. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Wallace, 1 shot.
Doris offensive rebounding was down for a few years, but it's making a comeback.
What teams realize, Brian, is that you can absolutely corner crash, create extra opportunities for yourself without putting your defense at a deficit.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. All right, here's a look at the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. Thunder leading by 3. Outside Joe. Dort outside. Jacks up a 3. And it's Flagg with a rebound. The Mavericks shooting great. 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, no one is blocking that shot. Excellent use of the floater.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Wallace. The shot, no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Flagg. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And here's Holmgren. Dort outside. Wallace outside. Lets it go from the wing. Gafford grabs the miss.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at that, they're making some bold moves there along the way.
Now here's Washington. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And it's flag missing.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back over to you.
Sharing the rock. Allie, appreciate the report. Screen by Holmgren. And it's Dort off the drive. Here's Wallace. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the bucket simply will not go down.
Pass to Christie. Back to Marshall. And here's Flag outside. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Dort right side. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Marshall. The Mavericks lead by 3. Here's Flag. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. The 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein in the post. Washington's there. Holmgren right side. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Flag. Watch by Wallace. With 4 on the clock. Rejected by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Here's Christie. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Dallas on top, up 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here. Quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot. One more time, a huge round of applause for our contestants.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And looking at the Kings matchup, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
And let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
What a job they did from three-point land. I don't know if they can keep this up, though, Kenny.
Yeah, it's hard to hit threes at this pace for a whole game, but hey, as long as you're hot, keep taking them.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Thunder trail by 3. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Flag is out there with Max Christie, and it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. Pass to Dort. Holmgren outside. 6 to shoot for the tie. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. And here's a view of the top shot blockers in the association. Third is Chet Holmgren.
He always makes an impact with his shot blocking. He's a constant presence around the rim.
Dallas leading by 3. Outside Christie. Pass to Flag. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Chris Middleton.
Well, I like that he's really found a balance. He doesn't feel the need to put the team on his back and try to carry them offensively, but he can still bring it when they need him most. And maybe what's most important, he provides that veteran leadership necessary.
Now here's Wallace. Outside Joe. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside Joe. Wallace with it. And here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by Gafford. And Gafford with the block.
Do not go up soft against Daniel Gafford. He will send it right back at you.
Out of bounds with the Oklahoma City's ball. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside Joe, pass to Holmgren. Now here's Joe. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Back to Holmgren, outside Joe for the tie. The Thunder with another miss.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
Gafford the screen. Here's Marshall. No good with the triple. Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Hartenstein. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Dort outside. Here's Wallace. And it's all tied up. Wallace has got 12.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
They set the pick. Here's Christie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Wallace for the lead. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And here's Gafford. Outside Christie. Here's Flag. Washington a screen. Fires the 3. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
You can see that PJ wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own, and he does just that.
It's Dort on the wing. Holmgren outside. Three-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Flag. Now here's Washington. And Dallas hits again from deep.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And the basket by Joe.
No better person to answer a big-time three. Mr. Isaiah Joe, have at it.
Marshall outside, and that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Flag. 17 points in the game. Another three for Dallas.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from three.
Outside Joe. Pass to Hartenstein. Wallace outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Dallas leading by 3. Down low. Here's Gafford. And again, it's Dallas.
The painted area is the 9-to-5 place of business for Daniel Gafford, doing work right there.
Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Out here's Joe, defended by Christie. Wallace outside. 5 to shoot. Gafford grabs the miss.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
And how about the Thunder? Doris last season bringing home the first major professional sports title in the state of Oklahoma.
And what a fan base they have celebrating this historic achievement. And you think about the way this roster was built. Through smart draft choices, through player development, and through a young, brilliant basketball coach. This team remains young, they're united, they're together, and it could be the first of many.
And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Thunder trail by 8. Pass to Dort. Holmgren outside, looking to end the run. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Washington outside to the middle. Here's Flag. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Flag's got 8 here in this quarter.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Holmgren outside. Back to Wallace. Dort outside. Let's go with a 3. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Flag. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Now here's Holmgren. 20 points for him. The shot by Dort, no good. Now here's Christie, covered by Joe. Christie passes to Washington. Here's Flag. 27 points for him. Launches it. Joe grabs the miss.
Boy, not much defensive pressure on that 3, but he still could make it.
Joe on the wing. Pass to Wallace. Now Holmgren. Dort outside. Screen by Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Then this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Thunder trail by 9. Wallace outside. Holmgren against Washington. The focus from Holmgren there.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in homebrew.
Has to flag. And there's a pick. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Flag's got 12 points here in the second half.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Ford outside. Pulls up. The Mavericks pull it in. Washington's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint. And stolen by Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Pass to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing from downtown, and the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Here's flag. Watch by Wallace. And that one's good. Flag. And now an 11-point Dallas lead.
Well, he's got a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Bagley's checked in for Gafford. Chris Middleton comes in for Washington. And it's Nembhard in for Marshall. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Chet Holmgren. Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. And Jared McCain subbed in for Wallace. Now here's McCain. He's got 5. Outside, Williams from deep. Counted from distance. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
On the wing, Christie lets the 3 fly. No luck on that one.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Nembhard with a steal. Middleton outside. Back to Nembhard. Nice ball movement by Dallas. Outside Christie. Nembhard, the pass to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
This guy is on fire right now. Defense has got to step up and try to disrupt his rhythm.
Nembhard against McCain. Over Christie. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 7 points. Dallas leading by 8. Pass to Bagley. Here's flag. A minute 31 left in the third quarter. Over Wiggins. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Dallas shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Thompson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Joe. Thunder trail by 11. Caruso, a screen on Thompson. Caruso outside. From the arc. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Wiggins. Dallas leading by 8. And here's Nembhard. No points yet. Pass to Middleton. Back to Nembhard. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer.
Outside McCain. Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. McCain against Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Caruso outside. Rebound by Middleton. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. The Thunder shooting the ball at 48% so far. Holmgren finds McCain. Pulls it from the top of the key. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Dallas closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. They've been very effective. All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd is mic'd up.
Contest twos, right? We'll contest the twos and contest threes, but no layups.
And Jason Kidd feeling like they need to protect the rim above all else, willing to give in on other areas.
Well, you have to take care of home base. Otherwise, it's going to be attacked all night. And that's not going to reflect well for you on the scoreboard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Holmgren is out there with Jalen Williams. And then it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Jared McCain. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. Pass to Nembhard. And here's Middleton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Doris, even in the latter stages of his illustrious career, this coaching staff trusts Chris Middleton to create offense.
Well, one of the reasons you hear that, BA, is Chris Middleton is the very definition of a solid basketball player. He can play with the ball in his hands. He can get off the ball and knock down shots at a high level. We've seen him under duress of big-time championship moments make every right read. It's never a bad decision to give him the basketball.
And he knocks down the first one. Grant, in recent seasons, the big limiter on Chris Middleton's game has been health.
Yeah, BA, and it's just so frustrating. Here's a high-impact player, an all-star, and he's always having to come back from something. Not what you want for anyone.
He's off on the second.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
Now here's McCain, screened by Holmgren. Here's the 3. Caruso outside for 3. And it's Bagley with the rebound. Dallas leading by 12. Nembhard outside. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Nembhard. It's Middleton on the wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Intelligent play by Middleton. Now, he does what he can to ensure he gets fouled while in the act.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Thunder trail by 13. Caruso, pass to Wiggins. Screen by Holmgren. Pass to Caruso. Screen by Holmgren. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
We know Caruso can be a threat from outside the arc. The defense has got to honor that shot.
Nembhard outside. Middleton from the outside. Dallas no good that time either.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
And here's Caruso outside. Drops in the 3. Caruso's got 6 points in the quarter.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Thompson. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Middleton outside. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And Dallas making a change here. Gafford's checked in. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach was seething about the turnovers. He said, I love everything we're doing but the turnovers. They're killing us. Let's clean up that before it sinks us.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Up top, Wiggins. Thompson against McCain. Holmgren outside. Pass to McCain. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Caruso with the bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Nembhard outside. Now here's Thompson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Holmgren, the pass to Caruso. Here's Wiggins. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Nembhard. And here's Gafford. Now Middleton, pounded by Wiggins. Fader on the way. And Middleton gets it to go on the assist by Flagg. Flagg's got assist number 8 now on the night. Now McCain. Here's Caruso. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Here's McCain. And it comes off the front of the rim. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The three from Thompson. And McCain pulls it down. Thunder trail by 8. Hartenstein finds McCain. Now here's Caruso. Hartenstein in the post. Defended by Thompson. The offensive rebound. Pass to McCain. Beyond the arc. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Nembhard outside. It's Middleton on the wing. Launches a three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And now just a 3-point Dallas lead.
Yeah, it's certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And the Mavericks with some changes. Washington's checked in for Chris Middleton. Marshall comes in for Nembhard. And Christie subbed in for Klay Thompson. Then for Oklahoma City, Lou Dort, he's checked in for Wiggins. Joe comes in for McCain. And it's Wallace in for Caruso. The Mavericks lead by 3. Pass to Gafford. Here's Flag. Washington a screen. Here's Flag. Watched by Wallace. And that one's good. Flag. Flag's got 36 points.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Now here's Wallace. Pass to Dort. This one for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Dallas has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Marshall outside. Inside. The fader. Now here's Washington. Off target from outside. Wallace outside. Pass to Joe. Here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by Gafford. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Well, Hartenstein sees a path to the rim and does not hesitate.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting only 36% since the 4th quarter started. Washington outside. Gafford up top. Marshall outside. Christie with the ball. Joe covering. The ball's knocked loose. Dort with it. Marshall's there. And they take the lead.
Boy, you've got to have a tight handle to make that kind of move. Lou Dort, show off.
The Mavericks trailing. Marshall passes to Gafford. Here's Flag. Pass to Washington to end the run. Gets the 3 to fall. Washington's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Outside Joe. Back to Wallace. Dort, the pass to Wallace. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Pass to Dort. Wallace outside. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. And the Thunder lead by 2.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Flag. Watched by Wallace. Fires for 3. Oh, it's off! And the Thunder shooting around 50% in the game so far. Buries it from outside!
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
The Mavericks shooting 56% today. Now Gafford. Here's Flag. Puts it up from 7.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the striker.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Outside Hartenstein. Now Holmgren. Now Hartenstein. Wallace outside. All alone. Washington with a rebound.
Boy, tough break there. Defense leaves him wide open. He can't get the mid-range to go. Ouch.
From downtown, knocks down the trifecta.
Some guys just have confidence and calmness in these big-time moments. P.J. Washington.
Holmgren against Washington. Holmgren with the tough bucket.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Misses.
And we talk about the things that made Chet Holmgren an elite prospect. Mental toughness is near the top of the list.
Dort against Washington. Bucket is good! Oklahoma City shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. Holmgren against Washington. On the wing, Wallace fires the three. The triple drops.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now Hartenstein.
Well, when you're as physical a player as Isaiah Hartenstein, you are going to get a fair share of whistles.
He doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no luck that time either. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started. Nails it!
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Holmgren. Using the glass to lay it in.
That is big-time composure and a big-time delivery. Mr. Chet Holmgren have at it.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
Here's Washington. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Flag outside. There's a screen by Marshall. Cash from downtown.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Washington against Holmgren. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Dort and Holmgren make up the forwards. Isaiah Joe is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, down low. Cooper flag! Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And for the Thunder, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Holmgren against Washington. Hartenstein with a screen on Washington. Wallace outside. There's a screen. Puts up the tray. Yes, sir, with the 3.
And you can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
So it's Oklahoma City now, following the score by Dallas. The bucket is good!
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Outside Christie. Flag outside. Here's Gafford. Now Washington for 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, P.J. Washington so skilled at knowing when to rise and fire.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. Wallace outside. Outside Dort. Here's Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range since regulation. Now Washington. Now Christie. Flag fires. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Now Dort. We're in overtime if you just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. Here's Holmgren. He launches. Ooh, it misses.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Now Washington. Flag outside to take the lead. It's off. And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. Now Holmgren.
2 minutes remaining in overtime. 2 minutes.
Wallace, right side. Takes the shot. And yes, sir! Hits the wide open J. The Mavericks trailing. Washington with the ball. Here's Christie. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. Washington against Holmgren. Now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Quick two. Oh, net.
Okay, might be young, but that's a grown man finish from Mr. Holmgren. Right on the defense.
Puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Washington. Now Christie. And here's Gafford. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Wallace outside. Holmgren.
Their size and their skill. That's almost too easy for Chet Holmgren.
For Dallas, they've gotten only 3 of 8 shots to fall in overtime. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Washington. Flag outside. Washington a screen. Takes a 3. Oh, it doesn't go.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Yes! Using that window. Here's Flag.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
The 3 is off. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
4th personal foul. 2nd team foul. Isaiah Hartenstein. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout on the floor, Mavericks. 17 seconds left in overtime. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's an opportunity for a teaching moment. I'm sure Coach will waste no time making his points.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Gafford outside. Shoots it. Cleared away by Hartenstein.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson.